screens using ambient light rejection technology gain. And we're doing something that other screens can't do. So this is one of the things I like to do when I get up in the morning. I like to fire up my projectors. I like to walk around my house, and I do this in a fully lit environment just to show you that I don't have to use any form of rehearsing or just, dimming the lights or having lights in certain areas just to make the screen look good. And we can do this basically in a fully lit environment, and I never have to worry about my screens washing out or fading. So if you notice, I like to do these dark sea sceneries because this is hard for other screens to pull up. From corner to corner to corner, you're supposed to be able to have a perfect image. If you're watching any kind of tannish around the screen, anything that's pushing off around the edge like a kind of tannish, that's the screen actually fading, and that's something you don't want. Now I tell people that, look, if you're going to get an ultra short throw setting, a lot of people want ultra short throw projectors. One of the things I explain to them is the fact that you want to have a setup where you're going to actually use your projector like a TV. If you have to turn your lounge or living room or wherever place you may have it at that needs to be fully lit, you have to turn that into a cave, then there's no point in you buying an ultra short throw projector. And as I said before, there's nothing wrong with the projector, it's the screen. My projector right there has been discontinued in 2012. This projector I paid about $59 for over on eBay. And this is the image I'm pulling off of that projector because of our technology. So we're gonna let that run. I'm gonna go take care of some business in the back, and you can watch the display of fish, and you can notice from corner to corner to corner, you will not see any of the screen washing out or fading or becoming discolored as you see with most screens. And as I said before, you're not gonna see anybody follow these demonstrations. Going to have an ultra short throw projector, you want to treat it like a TV. Do not want to be sitting in the dark because you're afraid that your color is going to wash it on you. Now, as you all know, that we have a new screen paint coming out. This is going to be part of the 15 technology that is going to be steered toward light gray screens. We figure, why not? Why not basically show them how it's done? So we are going to be developing a light gray screen paint that is going to have 100% coating technology embedded in it. Now, this is for people who basically, we have customers that still like the light gray screens, and I figure, why not? So that's what we're doing. So now we have a category that covers everybody. Like the black screens, we have 12. If you want a blue screens, we have the ambient light projection 15. You want a gold screen, we have a gold screen. If you want a gray screen, we have a black silver. And now, if you want a light gray screen, we have a technology coming out called ultra bright ambient light projection 15. And it's going to be a monster. Keep in mind, the test that you will see under this screen, no other gray screen is going to be able to match it or even keep up with it. And it's going to have to pass the outside test, which I'm curious to see if it'll do it. That part I'm interested in. I think it'll do well with everything else, but I think the outside test, that's going to be interesting on a light gray screen. Now, contrast levels are going to be good, but I don't think we'll never be able to get anywhere near the black silver. I can't say that. Because when I developed the black silver, I was like, I don't think this is going to do too well. And the black silver did insanely incredible. So I don't know. As of that, blue pre-orders begin on the 15th. We have a certain amount in that shopping cart. So once we deplete that certain amount, those shopping carts will be closed. Only pre-orders will be accepted on the official launch date. We get to have enough space for our customers and companies that are involved and interested in blue technology. We are now accepting all overseas orders. Sorry about that. The website has been revamped. All restrictions have been removed. The only thing we can't ship overseas is 1 and 2 gallons due to the fact of the shipping costs. But we can ship 1 quart, 2 quarts, and 3 quarts can be shipped overseas. If you're interested in the Christmas sale, now would be the time because it does come with free blackout cloth. Once the sale is over, the blackout cloth will be removed. That's just for Christmas. What else is going on? Well, we have to do 2 test demonstrations on the ultra bright ambient light rejection 15 because that is front and rear technology. So we have to do 2. One's going to have to be done with plexiglass, and the other one has to be done on a rear projection. So I'm going to be converting that screen. That's the ultra. That's our black technology right there. We're going to convert that to blue, and then the blue screen is going to be converted to the ultra bright ambient light rejection 15. That's when we convert it to that. I like having the screen here because when customers who contact me, the first thing they say is, okay, I want an ultra short projector, but I got a window on one side, and I got a window over here. Then we got our lights here, you know what I mean? I want the screen to wash out or fade. Keep in mind, like I said, this is my lounge area. It's not a theater room. So this is set up for if I had guests coming over, people can sit here, we can sit here, we can watch a show together. You know what I mean? You can text on your phone, you can read a book, whatever. Environment's made to basically entertain people. Now, if I want a theater room, I can just go over here. This is what this is set up and turn on all the lights, but I don't have to turn out the lights in there either if I don't want to. Now, it's set up for a theater room, but like I said, if you're buying an ultra short projector, the main purpose why people are buying these for because they want to replace a TV and they want a kind of a TV-like kind of style projection setup. That's what they want. No point in having that if you got to darken your windows and turn out your lights because you're afraid if anything comes through, the screen's going to wash out and you can't see it. This is all being done on a $59 projector that I won at an auction on eBay. $59. That's it, 720p projector. You don't have to spend a lot of money for your projectors. I got customers that are shocked and they say, okay, what kind of projector was you using in the demonstration? Oh, no, that's a 720p. I paid $59 for that thing. Like, what? The one in the kitchen was $150. The one upstairs in the office was $150. They come on there and their price range for a projector is like $3 grand. You're gonna spend $3 for an ultra short throw projector. I start laughing like, nah, but you don't have to spend that kind of money. I paid about $150. I take them right to the website on eBay and I show them, look, there's a merchant right there. I bought from all of them. I bought from every last one of those merchants. Did unboxings. All the pictures came out fantastic. I show them the unboxings and everything. You know how much money they saved? In their budget, they saved $3 grand for a projector and they ended up walking out with a projector that cost them $200. You know why? Because the screen does all the work, not the projector. When the screen does all the work, you don't have to spend that much money for a projector. Now, if you want to go 4K, I can understand that. You know what I mean? You want to go for a higher res, but you don't need it if you don't want it. You got 4K projectors right now that are set up trying to do the same thing I'm doing, and their curtains are dark. They're sitting behind an area where it's all blacked out up against the wall. And they can't even do this. And they got a high power projector. And I got this projector over here that I paid nothing for. That's outdated. Mine's sitting in windows. My screen's 126 inches. At that, keep in mind, the ViewSonic projectors, when they came out, not ViewSonic, but these particular projectors, when they came out, they were designed more for office, not for home theater setup. So the screen size for this was supposed to be 100 inches. I'm actually maxing my pixel count by pushing it out to 126 at 720p res. And the image is crystal clear that you can see on camera. Eating Jell-O. So through COVID, eventually I've gained some weight. So now I'm eating Jell-O for like the next couple of days. That's all I can eat is Jell-O. I can have one half of a tuna fish sandwich, but it's all Jell-O. It's all about discipline. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. When I used to train, we were allowed to have one meal a day. That was it. One meal a day. We took an endurance test. An endurance test where basically you have to fight a lot of people. An endurance test to see exactly how long you can stand before you fall. I used to literally starve myself for that day. Starve myself. I wouldn't eat anything. Make sure my body was weak when I went in for that training, because I know everybody else ate that day. They all ate that day to build up their strength. I did the opposite. I didn't eat anything. I made myself weak, because if I could go in there and I could fight on that level and withstand the endurance test with nothing in my stomach and my level down weak, then at full capacity, I can do anything I wanted to do. That was the whole method of my training. I deliberately starved myself to make myself weak. So when I had to go in there and fight those people, I knew the bottom line is that I had to give it my all. So imagine if I were to fight somebody on a full tank and I go in a tournament. That's how I would train myself. That's what the same thing that goes into my training is the same thing that goes into my work. Can't take shortcuts. You have to do things by the book. You got to take the hard road. You have to. It's a lot of work at the end of the day, but like I said, you get good results. That's why I can sit here in my living room and watch Monk at 4 o'clock in the afternoon while the sun's peeking through. I like Monk. So I just started watching that. Good show. Oh, man. Tell you one thing. Every morning he'll walk his dog. Every morning. Yeah. So I love these things. I bought these things from off of Amazon for like around. I bought a few things off Amazon. I used to shop on Amazon. I used to go to supermarket started price gouge, and I couldn't do it anymore over there. Excuse me. So I started going to Amazon and buying my stuff from their pantry, which is fantastic. Tell you one thing, I think I'm definitely might become a vegetarian one point or another, because I've bought ground beef from Amazon. Yes, I've ordered ground beef online. Some of it was okay. Some of it was like, don't do it. You ever had food poisoning? You don't want to do that a couple times. 3 times. You don't want to do that again. Oh. Yeah, so the screen stays on all day. All day. It'll stay on all day till around 12 o'clock. This screen will stay on. I'll walk around my house, and I never have to worry about that washing out at all. Sun will come up, it'll peek through. After that, that'll be it. The screen right here stays on all day. These are my displays. They stay on all day. Eventually, like I said, once we get this whole COVID thing kicked, I'm planning to get myself a storefront. You know why I'm getting myself a storefront? All the people that basically said my technology didn't work can come in and watch my screens in real life. Yep. I'm building a display room for our technology. Can't buy from there. It's a display room. You have to go in there and you have to register online to get the technology. That's how it's going to be designed. So you can go in there and watch. All the windows light I'm having is going to be unbelievably bright in there. You think this place is bright? Nothing. This stuff is designed to be used outside. So I'm going to have me this forefront display that people can go in and see all my different screens on display. And then if you're interested in the technology, you can go over to the computer and you can register your name, address, everything, and you can basically get ready for shipping, or you can place an order right there on the website to have it shipped to your address. Yep. Next year. And soon enough, I'll have them in every state. And then after that, my next stage is to start building and constructing our own screens, to start going to those projector conventions, so we can be side by side with the big boys and go, hey, look, remember me? Oh yeah, you're the joker who wrote me that email, you know what I mean, and sent me that document from your attorney telling me this, that, and the other. Well, guess what? You got competition, buddy, because now I'm in your backyard. I don't really like to tell you something. From the truth, like I said, I don't really care about the hobbyists. The hobbyists, we do those demonstrations to tell them to stay in your lane and mind your own business. We don't care about them. My main goal is for the big boys, the big companies. Those are the ones we're looking for. That's why I have plans. I have plans that y'all don't know that I'm working on. I have plans on technology. You only see the technology you only see is the technology I display. You would have never known a blue would have ever existed if we didn't show it to you. So if I'm just now showing you a blue, what other stuff that we have floating around that you've never seen before, never heard of, that we're working on? If they're worried about the technology that we're working on now that they're seeing, what about the stuff that you can't see? That's what you have to think about. I've got plans. See, right now, all this stuff got severed because of COVID. Can't have a storefront and have a bunch of people all crowded in there if a virus is triggering off. So that can't be done at all, period. And there's no point in building a storefront and installing cameras so people can look into the storefront. What's the purpose of that? That's a waste of rent on a building. I need something where once this virus is basically diminished, I need something where we can just have a huge building where people can go in and they can exhibit all the screens in different environments. And when they're done, if they feel that they want to purchase this product, they can go in onto one of the many computers there or hubs, and they can basically go in and put in their orders. Where at another central base, we'll have a warehouse, which will basically process those orders and ship them where they need to go. Ah, yeah, I think on a whole nother level. But when people start doing tactics like that, when people putting people's homes on the internet using for thumbnails, when you start doing that, it just lets me know that you're just not professional anymore. And therefore, it's no need for me to basically to entertain you or even mention your name or this, that, and the other. That when it gets to that point, now I have to go offline. And as said before, I've hired some people to take care of this situation. So it has to be taken care of that way. We do that way on a professional. When things get to that part, I don't engage them by, when they start going down that road, we don't engage them on that level by doing the same thing back to them. Because what he did was he actually, and I tell people, this is true, for a few people were talking about this today, that I was talking to earlier today, they were talking, he has damaged his trust toward his customers. Because like I said, if you're going to do something like that and you're taking in people's personal information, you're taking their credit card numbers and their shipping addresses, you're taking some very serious stuff here. And if you're doing stuff along those lines, who's to say that you may not get into an argument with the customer and you might do the same to them? So you've pretty much damaged your credibility already. It hurts you more than, it's not going to hurt me at all, period, at the end of the day. It's not hard to find my house. My house is actually, you can find anybody's house. Anybody. It's a digital age. So it's not hard to find your house. It's just how you handled your business is what hurts you. And now people are going to hesitate on giving you their personal information on how you acted. So you're carrying yourself in a more respectable manner. Now, only reason why we do, and people say, well, you did demonstrations. Yes, I did demonstrations against him because if you're going to label my product as being too dark and people can't see it, then you're selling them something that's not true. And it's my job to come in and say, hey, look, my technology does work. You know what I mean? Here it is right there live. Here it is right here live, showing you my technology does work. And I defend my company. But I don't go to sync to his tactics. I don't go to Home Depot or Lowe's with a camera and show you that I'm making his product. The only time I've called him a potential scammer is when I saw the video and I matched the paint. So, you know, I only call you when I can prove what you are. But you have labeled me to be something that I'm not. And then by doing that, that made me say, you know what? We're not going to pursue it on this level. We'll just hire some people and let them take care of it. And that's what we did. So this has to be settled in court. And that's what's going to happen. It's going to go to court. It's going to go to court for a number of reasons. I'm already, Monday morning, we're at my a friend of mine, he's an attorney. He's contacting YouTube's legal department. And I'm also contacting the government for my copyright and patents. We're going to have them follow through with it's pretty easy. because I have a registered copyright, I would just have to contact them. They have a legal department too also. We will be contacting and talking to them about steps and procedures that they're going to take for the copyright violation. Because keep in mind, on our end, we can have an attorney that go in for damages, but they also too have their own form of restrictions and rules that you have to, guidelines you have to follow by, because you are following this paperwork by the US government. So they do have a particular criminal investigation for that particular department if somebody comes in and violates a copyright or something like that. So they're going to be taking care of that already on their end. So he may be receiving, and keep in mind, FBI gets involved in that part. Because then you're talking about, you know, a government document that was violated and infringed. So they're taking care of that part. So when it got to that part, I said, okay, we'll let these people take care of that. For now, I want to come onto my YouTube channel. We're just going to talk about what we do here. That's it. If the Crow Boys want to come in and carry on, we just ban them from the door. We don't entertain them at all. Period. That's all. So I'm not going to, they want me to do challenges. They've never completed any of my challenges. We got a challenge been sitting up there since 2019, it's never been done. I feel that these are small fish for me, and they're not on the level that I travel on. So why entertain them? You know? And I'm not going to entertain them. But like I said, anytime, if they're going to do a demonstration trying to tear down my product, I'm going to come in, I'm going to defend my product. And I'm going to show you where they are wrong. Like the video I'm doing right now. They don't do demonstrations like this. I get up in the morning, nothing script. Demonstrations, right? The environments never change. It's the same thing. I'll get up the next day, it'll be the same environment, the same environment, the same environment. If you watch other people, if you notice, they'll put certain lights in certain areas that were never there to begin with. Because in every video should be the same. If your stuff is true ambient light rejection, every video should be the same. Why is most of the videos always dark, and then when someone has to tell you that they're doing ambient light rejection, you turn your lights on? It should never be that way. I'll come down here tomorrow, it'll be the same display. Day after that, same display. Because that's what it's designed to do. Keep going back. I can still see it. And you can see the window light there. You can see it right there. Like I said, you watch my demonstrations, they're always the same. I never change the settings. So when you see people add in extra lights, if they have to add in extra lights to do the demonstration, then that means right from the door, if that's the case, they should have those lights there all the time. See that? So that's how I know it's not. Right now, I'm doing the whole entire demonstration with the lights on. And there's no way for me to darken this environment. This house is way too bright. I swear that fountain started off quiet. That thing is super loud last night. You see? This is what I'm talking about. You should be able, nothing changes in my environment. When I turn my lights on, that's it. Some ambient light, okay, cool, I think those are a lot of heat. Nothing changes, it's all the same. Now, the $1 million question today would be, where is the remote control? That's the worst thing for me is carrying remote controls around. Oh, no, that's not it. I don't want to be carrying those remote controls because I got 4 more downstairs that look exactly like it. I'm going to let you guys watch this and track down my remote control. All right. I gotta remember not to take it downstairs with me, because if I take it downstairs with me, I'll get it mixed up with the other remote controls. There we go. Now I can look right out my windows, and I can watch him. You should be out there playing golf, probably sooner or later, and watch my windows, and I can come over here and look at my screen. And if you notice, when you look at it, there's no tanish to the screen from corner to corner. That's how it's supposed to be. Starfield demonstration. Starfield administration. How do you get Starfield administration from Starfield demonstration? Okay, I figured that out. Starfield demonstration. How? I can see why.
Since retirement, I've been trying a lot of new things. Since Frank's Red Hot.
That's what I love about this. The ultra short throws, just like a TV. Look behind me, let the light push in. Screen never washes out, doesn't fade. From corner to corner. The reason why I do corner to corner, because on gray screens, one of the problems you have is it'll start to, we'll say untested, because our screens are tested. Untested gray screens, you will see the edges become tan. Right around the edges, they'll become tan. Now, since we now have an ultra light gray screen paint we're working on, we're going to show you all the tests. They're all being recorded, and you'll see exactly the difference between what our screens have to go through when it comes to testing compared to everybody else's. And yes, that screen is going to have to go outside, and it's going to have to do that 13 feet back at 1,000 lumens. And that's what I'm kind of scared about, because I don't know, it's a light gray screen paint. With that coating dropped into it, will it have the capability to do so? I don't know. Like I said, I was skeptical about black silvers, and black silvers have insane contrast capabilities. Or if I got an OLED screen and that thing burnt in, oh, that's freaking have a heart attack. Just freaking mean it burnt in. Oh, it burnt in. That reminds me of the plasma TVs. Do you remember the plasma TVs? If you play like any games on it, it burnt literally into the freaking screen. And they had to put the little screen savers on it that would move slowly to move the pixels around. You went burn into the screen. Yep, remember those.
Gatorade Zero. All electrolytes, zero sugar.
Now, I'm going to say this real quick to those out there who like to review our products. You don't want us reviewing your products. You want to cancel orders when we try to do reviews against you. So here's the thing. Don't touch our stuff. Don't do any reviews against our product at all. If we can't review your products and you want to cancel orders, we tried that before. We tried to get orders to bring the technology down here to test it on our level and how we do things over here. Those orders were automatically canceled from the door. But they want to review our products on their levels and do little sneaky things in those demonstrations. We do everything by the book and we do everything honestly over here. And if that's the case, that you feel that every time we try to order from you and you feel that you're being attacked, you're being harassed, then stop the snowflaking and do not do any more reviews against our product. Because it's only fair if you're going to do a demonstration or review our product, we should be able to review yours too. So if that's the case, don't do any more demonstrations against our stuff. But that's not going to last long anyway. Like I said, I've hired some people, so that's being taken care of. Let's move on. Just want to put that out there really quick. Now here we are sitting here in my room displaying a black contrast demonstration of outer space, and I had 2 windows opened up in the back of my room in a fully lit environment. This is what makes our technology, and I'm going to say it, it's true, better than everybody else's, and it is. I can easily do bright levels. Bright levels are easy to camouflage. I'm picking demonstrations that are virtually impossible for other screens to be able to do. When we pull those contrast levels, it's very hard. I don't know what you mean by way A, way O. Explain what you mean by that. Because that doesn't make any sense what you're saying. Way A, way O. You put another A there, you have Wawa. I don't know what you meant by that. See how it folds over? Straight black. No washout, no fade. Look at that. I love 12 technology. God, I love 12. 12's a beast when it comes to contrast levels. Screen sitting, surrounded, windows are hitting it, lights hitting it, and that screen just pulled a black level right across the screen. Didn't even fade, not one time. And you got ultra short throw projectors that are far more advanced than what I got here. And they still can't catch up to this technology. And I was explaining something crystal clear in one of my videos. It's interesting how far projector technology has traveled. Because I come from an era of reel-to-reel, slideshows, the old school stuff. Where all screens at that particular time were white screens. And now you still have this technology with these projectors that are far more advanced than what I was a kid. But the screens have not figured a way to catch up to the projectors. Even the ones that were developed in 2012 and 1999, you got screens up there that have not caught up to these projectors yet. And now they make them so powerful now that at one point you still got to figure out who's doing all the work. Is it the screen or the projector? And you have 1,000,000-to-1 contrast or 2,000,000-to-1 contrast. And your screen cannot produce this. And I'm doing this on a projector that has a 4,000-to-1 contrast, and I'm pulling an image like this with window light behind me, like that. Are you kidding me? People don't understand that. You got to go back to the beginning of it, where it all started from with projectors. That reel-to-reel, those slides. You look at that environment. Go back and check those old demonstrations from back in the day on YouTube. Those environments had to be pitch black dark because those projectors can only do but so much. But the technology advancement we have in projectors today, and you still have screens that are sitting in the dark when you pull a contrast level because they wash out. Ah, that's not good.
We think about every step you take to get into a new Infinity. From online purchases we see.
So I guess what they'll tell you is, well, if you want those contrast levels, you're just going to have to spend the money. I spent $3,800 for a projector. Costs more than my freaking screen. And you still can't do it. And at that, my projector sits in eco mode. At that, it's in eco mode right now. Eco mode, 720p, $150 projector. It's not your projector, it's your screen. Hands down, it's your screen. I get phone calls all the time. People say, I want an ultra short throw projector. I don't want the big projector in my living room. I want something that's going to be right up close on top of the screen. I want to treat it like a TV. But then you have to make that decision. Is your environment going to look like a cave? Look at that, edge to edge. Beautiful. This is where I tell people, this is where hard work pays off. You see my hard work, you see my progress in my videos. Now, if they want a challenge, they can take on the Sun Killer. That's a screen that produced an image outside with a direct hit from sunlight that hit that screen. Feel free to do the same demonstration. Other than that, we have nothing to say when it comes to challenges. And no one has ever, and I've checked YouTube, has ever produced an image outside against the sun. We've done it already. And at that, it's not a screen paint, it's a game. It's not a screen paint. It's an engineered game that we are designing. Told you, we got a master screen we're building. This coding technology we're working on with Blue and all that stuff. Yeah. A blue screen that can read code, can read color and everything. That's going to be integrated into that Sun Killer game. You imagine having a screen that can read code, can read color, and then you mix it in with a formula that has a game so powerful it can take a direct hit from the sun. Man, it's a monster in your hands. That's not for the hobbyists. That's for the big dogs. That's for the Black Diamonds and the DMP Supernovas and Elite screens and Daylight screens. That screen's being designed for them. Because that's where we're going to make our mark. Let's see. I want something dark. I want a dark contrast demonstration. I think some serious OLED because we can't use it too dark. Let's do a burning fireplace. I'm not worried about the white levels. I'm not impressed with this screen, with all this window light coming in here.
Xfinity Internet gives you more options than a holiday dinner table. Pick the speed that's right for you, all the way up to you.
I love it. We got to get some OLED demonstrations in here. Oh, we definitely got to do this one. So there. What else we got? I'm looking for contrast only because I got all this window light in here, and I want to show you how these screens fire up with all this ambient light. And black contrast will fade the fastest on the screen. On a black level, in a fully lit environment, will fade the fastest. And show you the screen's going to maintain its contrast level and gain capability all at the same time when being hit with all that. Peace of mind, people. At the end of the day, for me, it's peace of mind. I'll tell you why. I don't got to spend a lot of money for a projector. But it doesn't make a difference if it's 1080p 4K. I don't have to go through all that craziness. Whether or not if I have too much light in the environment, it's going to wash out my screen. I ain't got to go through that. Okay, it's going to be 1080p. Do I need this? Do I need that? And so on, so on, so on. I'm going to these forum sites. I'm answering people questions. And it's just causing me headaches. Like, look, man, you're just thinking too much into this. You got to relax. Go to eBay. Get that projector right there for 150 bucks. Buy the screen paint. You're done. That's it. My screen, bed sheet, scraps of wood, and a bunch of rusted L brackets. I built it from scraps I had sitting in the shop. As long as I coat it with that black technology, it looks fantastic. You don't gotta spend a lot of money. You can't afford the blackout cloth? Go to Walmart, buy yourself a bed sheet. Paint over it. You got that. They're telling you have to have 1080p? No, you don't. You have to have 10,000 to 1 contrast, 20,000 to 1 contrast? No, you don't. Some screen paints won't be ultra short throw compatible. There you go. You drive yourself crazy. So I went through that nonsense when I was trying to figure out what projector I wanted to buy. And I went through so many projectors, trying to figure exactly my first one. I think I settled with the BenQ MS500. That's what I started off with, 720p. That's my first projector. Let's do Jurassic Park. This is a dark movie scene right here. Part. We all know that.
Whether you've been naughty or nice, we've got the perfect.
All right. We're not going to do the whole thing, remember. Only do short spurts of that. Let's find something else. Some real dark contrast. We can do the horse. That's as far as I'm going to go down because the rest of it just brightens up. I'm going to show you how the black levels don't fade on this technology. It's just like having a TV. Keep in mind, blues take in 3 times the amount of ambient light than a 12. They're 15s. See the image gain? You can see it right from an angle in a fully lit environment. So if I want to have my windows open, I can have them open. My curtains pull back. I got options. And this is the same screen paint you watch me paint on the wall in the next room. No time at all. Zip, done. Cool high white levels, natural skin tones, beautiful bright colors. I know, I designed it. All I can hear is a freaking fountain right now. I like it. It's kind of noisy. Let's find something else a little darker than that. This is how you're supposed to be seeing it. Edge to edge. Always edge to edge. If it starts to tan edges, that's a failed. Edge to edge. Imagine if you got yourself an OLED TV and you came in and turned it on and it had gray spots going all around the corners. You'd call the freaking manufacturer like, look, something's not right here. This is just not looking right. I'll show you the white levels on the technology. And believe it or not, me doing this demonstration right now makes people angry. Makes a few people angry, very, very angry. Because I'm showing you my technology, my hard work. Makes them angry. Sad but true. This is all in real time. I don't know how you get around that one by saying, well, I did the demonstration, this is how it looks. But Ken just did it in real timing. He must be using some kind of special effects. Well, if that's the case, I should be called Thanos. I really should be. Got that kind of power to manipulate time and reality. Look at a polar bear. I don't know how something so cute could be so vicious.
Let's get to it, America. Because joy doesn't just happen. You make it happen. And during the
I think it must be running low on water. I've never heard that noisy before. I'm gonna go check the pump. All I can hear really is that fountain right now. It's supposed to be soothing fountain. Sound like I have a water break in the house. So we're going to start doing some more demonstrations. Like we're going to change the channel a bit. We're just going to constantly do more demonstrations on what you can utilize the technology with, stuff you can paint it on, different projectors we're going to use it on. All that other hillbilly nonsense, we're just going to basically, those people want to carry on like that. We've already proven what our technology can do. So we don't have to prove anything else on that level. As for, like I said, the other stuff that went on, I've already hired a few people to take care of that situation. I got a few people already lined up. Monday morning, I have to go meet with a few people on basically discussing on how the situation has to be handled. We do know that YouTube legal department actually contacted them. They are going to be involved. But as I said before, right now on this channel, we're just going to do what we need to do. And that's selling the best product that we can sell to our customers for the best prices. I would love to have one of those as a pet. We do know the outcome. You can have wolves for pets. I've seen people have wolves for pets. You gotta raise them when they're young. Color doesn't fade or wash out. Remember, two windows are open behind the back of the screen. We have the overhead light on. Trying to screen color does not fade out. And it will maintain its contrast level no matter what. So, can you have a TV light projection screen with an ultra short throw? Yes, you can. Can you use it in a fully lit environment? Yes, you can. Can you have your windows open? Yes, you can. And from the demonstration you saw me painting the screen on the wall, it doesn't take long to do. And the drying time is extremely fast. And it's weatherproof. Take it outside if you want. Put one of these screens outside in your backyard, on your deck. Paint over pre-existing motorized projection screens, fixed frame screens, motorized projection screens. I do it all the time. I'll go buy me a white, cheap projection screen, cool, right over top of it, done. This is all 720p. Oh, I like that demonstration. Got any more of those? Oh, you do got more of them. Oh, heck yeah. ahead.
The moment you realize something is truly luxury is the moment you start putting it to use. Get exceptional offers on
Not already.
QX80 during the Infinity
No,
Winter Sales.
our girlfriend already. See that king. Nearly got this sooner or later today. That. Let's come back to where it was. Can you play the PS5 on it? Actually, no, I didn't buy the PS5 because they had too many bugs in it. I'm not spending $500 for a system that basically is having bugs. But I'm not going to go into that right now because that's neither here nor there when it comes to this demonstration. If you need proof of the PS5, let me put it this way. It's interesting how the fellow came in asking, can you play this on the PS5? Do you not understand the technology that you're looking at? You're looking at a screen that's producing an image in a more than fully lit environment. Did you realize that my curtains pull back? I have window light pushing through. We have the overhead lights. We have this on a 720p ultra short throw, and I'm playing contrast and white levels at the same time. So if that's not enough for you, then I'm sorry. Let's move on. This is one for a minute. There we go. No, it's still zoomed in. There we go. One of the biggest problems with ultra short those setups when it comes to projection screens is they have a very difficult time picking up an angle. Our technology can pick up a 190-degree viewing angle in a fully lit environment with window light making direct contact with the screen. Without the image becoming dark or fading out on black technology. You can see how much light the screen's taking in. If the edges stay black from edge to edge, no matter how much window light makes contact with the screen. If you're considering that a PS5, consider the fact that if I'm doing this on a 720p projector and I'm getting these results, how much more you would get even more advanced results if you're doing this on 1080p or 4K. You got to think of that one. Look at her skin tone. It's on black technology. Look how pink her lips are. Look how white her eyes are. Skin tone around the face. You can see the individual hairs. A lot of work. A good gaming projector? To tell you the truth, I mean, most people lean toward those Optimus. People like the Optima projectors. They're good gaming projectors, you know? I pretty much game on anything. I don't care, you know what I mean? But if you're that serious about your gaming, like on that level where you're at, I just go with an Optima. Optima is a great ultra short throw gaming projector. And I think they have one on there that basically deals with a lot of lag or latencies or something like that you would have problems with. Check that out. Check out an Optima. They do have a gaming projector just strictly for gaming. Well, you can do other stuff on there, but they do have one that's actually made for gaming. You might want to check that one out. I mean, if I was, like I said, you're probably a real serious gamer on that level, and if that was something I would have a concern with, I would just go with an Optima. Yeah, I'm gonna do something about that fountain. I think it's really loud. When I got it was like a whisper quiet. Maybe I don't have enough. Oh, I can see why. The water is drained. I keep forgetting this room gets really hot in here, so probably, I guarantee I lost some water in here. I run 2 projectors in here at the same time, and it gets crazy hot, so I have to run my air conditioner in the back. And it looks like some of the water is gone, because I did fill that up. Eventually, I am going to get one. I mean, I'm going to wait till like around the end of. I told everybody before that. I'm going to wait till around the end of probably around. I'll probably pick up an Xbox Series first because they have Fable on it in July. That's why I'm a huge Fable fan. So by then, I'm pretty sure there'll be enough of them in circulation. They've gotten all the bugs out of them, you know, and that would be the best time to go pick one up. And who knows? I mean. If I decide for the PS5, I may wait until the end near Christmas because who knows, they may come up with a slim version of it, and that's what I want. Because usually that's what they usually do with these gaming systems. I'm old, man. I'm 53, man. I've been around since Vector Graphics and Pong, so I've been around a while when it comes to gaming. I was at the launch for N64, so that just tells you right there. But usually with these gaming systems now, they always come up with 2 or 3 systems. And one's actually better than the launch system, you know? So I'm just going to wait and see what happens. So then I can just buy X Series, jump on Fable, play for that for a little bit. And then when they bring out a slim version of the PS system, which you know they're going to do, bring a slim version out. It's going to have a bigger hard drive space. It's probably going to be able to do over 1440p, which would be nice. I don't know why they just don't do that from the beginning. Now, if they launch the VR glasses, which I'm kind of waiting for, it's supposed to be designed for VR2s, which are wireless. Oh, thank you so much. If you had the PS4 VR glasses, you do know about the wire management nightmare with those things. There's wires like literally everywhere on them. And on top of that, they're super freaking hot. It gets hot in those glasses, so you got to have a fan in front of you to keep your glasses from fogging up. So the new system, and I'm hoping it was not a prototype, it's supposed to have a fan, it's supposed to be wireless. That'd be nice. I wish they just added one thing on it, like a see-through visor, because, you know, when you're gaming and somebody, you know, wants to talk to you or something, you got to take them off, and, you know, you got these giant headsets on, because they always put those dinky headsets with them, so everybody just goes out and buys the Turtle Beaches and just throws them on. But I wish you would have a visor, like a button that you can click, and you can make the visor transparent so you can talk to people or see them. know what I mean? Because I hate it when people would have conversations with me. And it'd be nice if you could Bluetooth them to your phone. Because I can't stand being in a video and I get a phone call. And take all that equipment off, especially when you got wires attached to you. Other than that, I like it. I do like the VRs. They don't make me sick. I had the ocular rib and I kept throwing up every time I put them on. I got motion sickness. Like there's no tomorrow. So we're doing demonstrations that are going to fade the screen. Usually, like I said, we're doing dark contrast demonstrations. That's one of the things, the hardest thing to pull up, especially if you're in an environment with a ton of ambient light making contact with the screen. The purpose I'm trying to show here is the fact that if you are invested in ultra short throw, and that's where you want to go at, majority of most people have ultra short throws having set up in their living rooms and stuff like that. They want something that's going to be something that's going to integrate with their surrounding. They don't want to turn the living room into a dark cave. So you're going to expect to have all your lights on. You're going to expect for wind light to push through, and you want your screen to react that way. But if you have to basically go in and darken your environment because you're in fear the screen's going to wash out, then you might just buy a TV. You see how the screen is changing over again to black, and you're not watching the black fade out. It's 100% contrast level, as you can see, right across the screen. Now, as I said before, out of all the screen paints we make, 12 is the only one that has the ability to be able to absorb more light than any of the screens we make. And they produce 100% contrast level. Does it make a difference if your projector has a 200-to-1 contrast or a 100-to-1? You will produce 100% contrast, more advanced than somebody who has a projector who has a 1,000,000-to-1 that's using it on a gray or silver screen. Because the screen is literally black. All right, so for those you don't know, we are now officially taking orders overseas now. We tested out 3 shopping carts last night. All 3 orders were successful. I had a friend of mine over in the UK placed an order. His order went through successfully. So looks like some of the restrictions have been lifted. If you are placing an order from overseas, keep in mind that the 1 gallon and 2 gallons are not available, but we do ship over for free. The 1 quart and 2 quarts are come with free shipping if you place orders for those. And all shipping we do overseas is all free. And 20 dark demonstration. I love this contrast demonstration. Kind of reminds me of Merv Griffin. He used to own a lot of the casinos down on the boardwalk. This is Las Vegas. Looks like it. Yep. The music. And if I had me a time machine, I would like to go back to when Frank Sinatra started his career. I would love to be able to go back probably to Vegas and go watch him perform. I'm a big fan of Frank Sinatra. That's good music. If I do decide to go to Las Vegas, I'm doing it differently. I'm gonna go dressed like, I want to do it like a kind of a 1970 kind of style dress code, you know, with the glasses and the bell bottoms with the platform shoes, and of course now my head's shaved. Now I'm gonna have to wear me an Afro wig because my head's shaved. So that's what I would do. I just take a crew of my people. We all go up there. We get rent me maybe an old, we get an old caddy, something like that, something classy, but an old convertible caddy, because you can't do Vegas without a convertible caddy. You know, you want to see all the lights and everything. And we just do, everybody just dress old school style. We just all dress like we were like in the 70s. I definitely would do that. get the platform shoes. And I wouldn't dress like the guy from "I Get You Sucker." That was going way too far. That's funny, but no. Keep it like a kind of an old school kind of style. Had the gold chain going across my chest and everything. I would do that. Take a whole bunch of people with us. We all go down to Las Vegas. I don't gamble, you know what I mean? But, you know, just go down and just chill and just watch a couple of shows. I would just go down and watch shows. Magic shows or whatever. That's where I would be at. All right, so I'm gonna put on my, let's see. Get the contrast though, yeah, that's nice, you know. So we're just gonna put a fade on that one. Let's put in some, here. I throw in the white numbers on here too. It's kind of interesting seeing a screen that's jet black, be able to produce a white level. And so it reacts the same way as I painted it in the wall in there. The wall we did drywall. This is a bed sheet, so it all reacts the same way. Look at the yellow on the car Lambo. And look at the bright yellow here, the skin tones, the gun on the Super Soaker. Look at the black reflecting off the glass, the sky blue in the background, the white clouds. This is all the stuff I see when I'm looking at this screen. Look at the bubbles, the reflection of the bubbles. Like I said, there are people right now that are very angry over these demonstrations. Oh, I hate it. I have to get used to it. I don't plan to go anywhere, and I enjoy what I like. I enjoy very much what I do for a living. And it shows. On it. I love it. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Let me see. He's asking, anything, or which one are you using this time? This is actually the black. This is our Supreme Black Ambient Light Projection 12. This is actually one of the darkest screen paints. This is the jet black screen. This is what we're using today in the demonstration. And we're using this on my 720p ultra short throw projector that I got off eBay for $150. So that's what we're using today. We're doing this in a fully lit environment. Plenty of light in the environment. Red's another color that fades extremely fast when being hit with a ton of ambient light. It's another one that will fade extremely fast. These screens, like I said, are designed to, we test them outside. And we do the gain test. So we engineer the screens around how they react outside. Because we know they can perform outside, they can perform inside with no problem. Boy, you would not go hungry if you had food that big. No one would go hungry. So I like to go on, people know that I buy a lot of my projectors from eBay. And one of the places I like to buy my projectors at the most are people that are doing charity. So I bought a few projectors from people like that. Actually, matter of fact, the one I bought downstairs, I bought from a charity, and the massive giant projector downstairs, I bought from a charity. And I think the black Panasonic I bought for a charity. Basically, it's my money going back to other people out. So I'm thinking when we launch the Blue, we're going to do something different with that. We're going to take a percentage of sales from that and use that to donate that to feed the hungry. So that's what we're planning to do. There's a lot of things we're going to be doing surrounding around technology. Things I want to start doing with, income I'm blessed to have, to use it for other things, as in for things I like to build and do projects around here with. I can use it for something else, which means to help other people out. That's what we're going to start doing. So Monday morning, got to get up. And like I said, other things I got to take care of. I got to go track down some charity groups. And then we got to work out something on the website where we can basically start donating some of this money we make to help other people out. I told you I got sick in this accident. A great deal of my money is going to be going toward cancer research. Because I actually have one cancer survivor in my family. I'm not going to mention the name or anything like that, but I do have a cancer survivor in my family. Well, that's beautiful, man. I would love to be able to. Oh, virtual Japan. I know Japan has some setup with all these lights and everything. Now, as you can see, I'm a big fan of LED lights. Tokyo City. I'm gonna have to save that. I need to go there. I love freaking color lights. I love it. Like, I wonder, do they have a PayPal or something? Like, how would I transfer the money? Like, this is stuff I got to find out tomorrow, Maybe like I can walk in there and give them the money. But they have something like a PayPal. That's why I have to call a place I would actually want to donate to and see exactly how we can transfer the funds from my account over to theirs. And that's what I'm going to do. That's why when I got the Chrissy LX, what was that? Oh, my 700 projector. I mean, it's $298 I paid for the projector, and when it got here, it had some damages to it. And there were damages that were very, very expensive, but I can't file a complaint against somebody that's a charity group. That would be really disrespectful on so many levels. So I let them keep the money because it's going to someplace better than what I'm going to be doing with it, you know what I mean? So eventually I got the projector in the shop, someone's working on it, but I'm not going to file a complaint against that. No, no, that'd be idiotic. Someone's using that money to help somebody out do something much better than what I'm doing right now. So I just let them keep the money. It's not a loss for me. At the end of the day, it's not a loss. It's going to help somebody else. It's not a loss. It's a win. I'll get my projector fixed, and everything will be goody-goody. Meanwhile, somebody else gets to use something that benefits them better. So once we get the charity, which we're going to be sponsoring, I'll put that up on the website. And I told people, if I was greedy about money, I could have sold out a long time ago. And I didn't. I still charge good prices for my customers to be able to afford nice screens. Keep in mind, I mean, 2 of my screens downstairs that are coated with black technology are elite screens. Can you imagine elite screens with a gee whiz? We can buy this guy a bunch of money. We'll take his technology and we'll spray our old white screens that we pretty much don't make any money off, and we'll charge a couple $1,000s from. And they will basically turn those white screens into high professional screens and charge a ton of money for them. And be able to double their profits in no time at all. Okie dokie. Let me put my cartoons on because this is what I usually like to watch when I'm up here. Let's go. Call it quick. I don't care if you call me a big kid. This is what I like to watch. I like my cartoons. I kind of like Craig in the Creek. Is Craig in the Creek? Am I getting that right? Yeah, it's Craig in the Creek. I love freaking Craig in the Creek. I'm probably going to get Teen Titans. What do I want to get? We are bears. Yeah! I love how they do that because they random. Throw them up in there. You got to figure out which ones you're going to get. Because you get to select which ones you want that you watch. Then when it comes on, it does that whole roll of the dice thing. This is my show right here. I love We Be Bears. Alright, so let me put my curtain back so I get my privacy, my privacy back. I love We Be Bears. Shot. Iceberg. So you see I removed the door, right? So I'm getting ready to design the snack area right here. So that's getting ready in there, the snack area in there. Remove the door off. There's no point in me swinging that door open. And there you are. There's my screen still downstairs, still running. All that time. More window light has poured through and the screen's still maintained. Those are 15s. That's the blue. You're in the next room. You get a chance to see what blue looks like with the projector on. There's blue technology right there. That's the black. That's a black in 100. You don't know this is my 138-inch 235.1 screen. Using a fully lit environment. It's my 720p projector. I did this setup all new. I could have went in and bought myself a 1080p projector. I saved some money. I bought a 720p projector. This is a short throw, and I'm using the ViewSonics because ViewSonic projectors have the 235.1 setting. If you want to do a setting like this. So I love how people watch the demonstration upstairs and they see it on the 80-inch. That screen's about 80 inches. And then you come downstairs and you see the screen sitting at 126 inches, surrounded in windows with the lights on. And as I said before, the blue has to be perfect from edge to edge. No tan out, no washout, nothing. Perfect all the way across. Same short throw projector. So for this one, this is one I bought from charity. I paid $59 for that one. The other one I paid $150 for. And that's the blue screen that can read color. And there's the technology. All right, well, I'm gonna get out of here quick. I think we got all the updates in. The Blue pre-order launch date, it's going to be on the 15th. The official launch date is going to be on February the 7th. On February the 7th, when the car opens up, we will only be accepting those who have pre-orders only. There'll only be a certain amount on that shopping cart, just to let you know. You have to save enough room for the companies. We have companies, like I said, interested in Blue technology, so it has to be enough for them and enough for customers. So that's how we're going to do it. After that month, we'll have enough in inventory to take care of everybody. If you want to go place an order, you don't need a pre-order. We are having the Christmas sale. That one comes with a free blackout cloth. So if you order the 1 quart, 2 quart, or 3 quarts, I think 3 quarts comes with, no, 1 quart, 2 quarts come with a blackout cloth free. That is 6 by 10 feet. We are now accepting overseas orders now. They do come with free worldwide shipping. If you do need signature confirm, if it's something that you need, please email me and say, hey, Ken, need signature confirm. We can add that on there for free for you. In case you got a package that you don't want to go somewhere or be somewhere when you're not there, and you want to make sure that somebody comes up to pick it up that is not supposed to be there, you can make sure. I can't believe I actually pulled it off without messing that one up. Just added it in. But anyway, so we can add signature confirm in there for you. All right, with that being said, thank you all for your time. I'll be doing some demonstrations probably next week on the new screen paint, the light gray screen paint we're working on, and that is going to be the ultra bright AR-15. Can't wait to start working on that right there. Thank you all for your time. I have to go, and God bless.